Greetings gamers! In news that will probably make you want to smash your PlayStation Pro and chuck it out the nearest window, PlayStation 5 is somewhat announced. Guys, there are rumours going around that PlayStation 5 will be coming out sometime in the future. But hey, don't worry, it's not a response to Microsoft's Xbox Scorpio, allegedly. So let's deal with the question that everybody is asking right at this time. When are we likely to see this PlayStation 5? Well guys, that's actually the good news for the PlayStation Pro fanboys who actually went out and brought one. We're not looking at getting a PlayStation 5 until around 2019 or 2020. So that means that you still will be getting about 4 or 5 years out of the console that you have just brought. This is what I actually think Sony is talking about when they say it's not in response to Xbox. The reason is because they're not going to be rushing this console out because they don't want it to compete for obvious reasons. A, they're going to piss off their fan base who just went out and brought a PlayStation Pro. And B, they're going to make it look like they're trying to play catch up. Now, Sony has also come out and said that at the end of the day, that they don't suspect a lot of people will be changing over to Xbox. Bullshit! Because people will generally stay on the same console. Now, while that has been true in the past, a lot of people that I speak to are actually really keen to get their hands on Scorpio. So, and I'm not just talking about Xbox fanboys. There are a lot of people that I work with at work who are PlayStation players. God help them. Now, at the end of the day, guys, they are obviously turning around and saying to me as well, they are keen to get their hands on Scorpio, and it looks like a really good piece of equipment. So, while it has been true in the past that people will generally stay with the same console, I don't know if that's going to be the case for this. Obviously, guys, I'll always stick to Xbox because obviously they have Halo, Gears of War, stuff like that. But that said, I also do want to branch out and buy a PlayStation in the future. In fact, I was actually planning on buying a PlayStation Pro. So while it's true that people will generally also stick to their same equipment or their same console, while we are going to be sort of getting this leapfrog action happening from the consoles, it is going to be good for the gamers because it does mean that we can buy a Xbox Scorpio now, and then we can obviously buy a PlayStation 5 when it comes out in 2019, 2020, whenever it comes out. Now guys, obviously we won't get a solid release date on this at the moment. It is only rumours and whatnot. But obviously I would be very, very surprised if PlayStation didn't start working on the PlayStation 5 the day after the PlayStation Pro come out. Generally because these consoles always do sort of take a while to build, design, etc. Now, another good thing is, guys, is that the talk of backwards compatibility is very high. Now, this is something that Xbox themselves has actually addressed in the past. And a lot of people were sort of scratching their head at the time saying, what are they talking about? Backwards compatibility, guys, when Microsoft came out and said that the Xbox One will be the end of their console generation, everybody thought they were getting rid of the consoles and going towards PCs. However, at the time I actually suggested that this was going to mean that backwards compatibility will be over all different machines, and we have seen this with the PlayStation Pro and also Scorpio. There is talk about it being backwards compatible. What this basically means, guys, is that the guts of the machines, the operating system, the games, etc., all the architecture is likely to be backwards compatible over the next few consoles. So it doesn't matter if you have an Xbox One, an Xbox Scorpio, or an Xbox 2, whatever. It is likely the fact that your games will play on all these different consoles. It's just a simple case of the fact that the frame rate will be more stable, the graphics will be more intensive, and you'll be able to change the settings to obviously allow that. Similar like they do on PC, well, that's what I'm suspecting anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised when the Scorpio comes out, if like what we see in the Sony at the moment, where you can go through and flick a little switch. That means that you have a PlayStation Pro or a PlayStation 4 and that'll allow you to go through and basically design or select if you want the better graphics. That's what I suspect that Xbox is talking about, and it's something that we're seeing with the PlayStation, so I very much suspect that's what's going to be happening with the Scorpio. Apart from that, guys, look, let me know in the comments section below, what are your thoughts on this? Are you keen for Xbox Scorpio? Or are you like, yeah, I might wait for the PlayStation 5? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously this video has been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell because that's a thing. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you in playing games. Have a great day and enjoy.